we lost? Are we not? Are we real? Are we turning to dust? Do you feel what I feel? Have we changed so damn much? Can we heal? You're not saying a word. Oh, it feels so unreal. We lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. With us, nothing moves forward. It just stays the same. Think you know the answer, but you're playing a game. Thought we stayed together, but you don't feel the same, right? I've been thinking about you. If you think about me, are we thinking this through? If we're not meant to be, and you're doubting in me, tell me what shall we do? Didn't think you'd leave without a trace. Go find some courage and just say it to my face. Say it to my face. Are we lost? Are we not? Are we real? Are we turning to dust? Do you feel what I feel? Have we changed so damn much? Can we heal? You're not saying a word. Oh, it feels so unreal. We lost all ambition for worthy acclaim. With us, nothing moves forward. It just stays the same. Think you know the answer, but you're playing a game. Thought we would be together, but you don't feel the same, right? I've been thinking about you. Think about me. Are we thinking this through? If we're not meant to be, and you're doubting in me, tell me what shall we do? Didn't think you'd leave without a trace. Go find some courage and just say it to my face. Say it to my face. Think about me. Are we thinking this through? Are we thinking this through? If we're not meant to be, if you're not in me, tell me what shall we do? Didn't think you'd leave without a trace. Go find some courage and just go find some courage. Say it to my face. Say it to my face. Oh, I got to know. Are we lost? Are we not? Are we real? Have we changed so damn much? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about me. Are we thinking this through? If we're not meant to be, and you're doubting in me, tell me what shall we do? Didn't think you'd leave without a trace. Go find some courage and just say it to my face.
You gotta listen up. There's not a thing that I can't get from you. Boy, I don't need that much. How can I tell you what I wanna do? I never needed you to give me things. I never needed gifts or diamond rings. All I ever need, all I ever need is here with you. There's a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you? Baby, there is a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you? Oh, oh. Oh, I can't get enough. Don't ever let me be away from you. I'm gonna hold you tight, 'cause you're the only thing that I can't lose. I never needed you to give me things. I never needed gifts or diamond rings. All I ever need, all I ever need is here with you. There's a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you? Baby, there is a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you? Oh, oh. You can buy your way into my heart, but you don't see that I just want you. You get me things, but I don't care. Be there is a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you? Baby, there is a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you? Oh, oh.
Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. Let's see if I can figure this one out. We might want to go to a different view. Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. You gotta excuse me, I'm still figuring out this this new YouTube stuff. They made a lot of changes to how live streaming works. It's actually, I apparently set it up to Google Hangouts. Well, that didn't happen. Anyway, we're here. We are going to be playing some farming simulator today. We're going to be taking a look at the map that I'm making, Eiersholt, and just a chilled stream. So I've actually picked some chilled music. Hey Emil, hey Mr. 740. How are you guys? Are you okay? How's the stream? The audio and stuff, can you guys hear me? Hey Tony, welcome to the live stream. So yeah, we're just gonna be chilling out, just having a look at what's going on Eiersholt. I made a lot of changes since the last video on the map, so we might be you might be in for some surprises. Anyway, we're gonna be starting in a new farmer mode for now at least, and we'll probably get into different things about what we can do here. So the only mod that we're going to be playing with for now at least is going to be Courseplay. I updated it to the latest version, so we should be fine on that. So can you guys actually hear me? How's the stream? It's been a long time since I've done this, so I'm not completely sure if everything's okay. Hey Rasmus, welcome to the stream. Ah, it's good to hear, Emil. It's good to hear. It was sort of like a, it's kind of like a last minute decision that I kind of wanted to hang out with you guys, just want to stream some things. Yeah, there is that annoying with that large frame around the chat box? I can remove it if you want, Mr. 740, that's no problem. So here we are, Eiersholt. Got a new house. Huh? What do you look about that? What do you think about that? Should I remove that chat box? I probably should, shouldn't I? If I do, let's just have a look. See how that looks. Perfect. It's good to hear, Tony. That was the wrong chat box. Jesus. Can we get another one? That one? No. No. I can't move it. Don't know how I'm doing it. I'm a noob. Don't know how things work. So here we are on Eiersholt. We've come pretty far since the last video. Most of the things that you see here is just about the same as it was in the last video. We still got that very noisy fighter jet. I should speed it up, shouldn't I? It's kind of slow. It looks like it's going to fall down in the head of us, but yeah. Ah, it's good to hear, Mr. 740. Since I'm such a noob, I'm just going to leave it as it is. I can't figure out how to get rid of it. I'll get rid of it for the next time, I promise. Biggest change has probably been a new birdhouse. That's what I've spent the last 4 months doing. Just a birdhouse. That's it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you like the new... Nah, kidding. Of course, we've got a lot of changes. All of the buildings that you see on the farm are placeables now. So all of them can be sold. A few of them can be bought as well. I'm still working on that. We've got a new chicken coop. Looks rather good. I spent a lot of time decorating stuff. Spent a lot of time painting puddles everywhere. And I spend a lot of time working on this stupid display that I just can't for the life of me figure out how to fix. It doesn't work. And I can't figure out how to write a script that actually makes it work. So I'm kind of hoping that someone out there can do that. We've got, oh yeah, I forgot that. We've got a new tool shed down here. So from what I had in 17, it's pretty much the same layout. It's just different buildings and optimization here and there. So we got some trees coming through the roof. I might want to fix that. But we got the workshop trigger right here, so you can actually modify your vehicles here. And of course we've got a water trigger here, so you can buy water. And we've got the washing spot over here with a little bit of sound to it. It's nice. The cow zone is done. It's down here. This fence obviously is not electrified, hopefully, otherwise that would be really stupid. I hope, Tony, that the map can be done within, well, before the mod contest. It depends a little bit on season mod. I've I've been told that season mod is in testing. And if that's the case, then I might want to wait for that to come out, because season is obviously going to be a part of the map. It will make more sense. So I don't really want to release a version of the map right now and then in a month release a season version. So it's a little bit... I'm not too sure. I can't give you a set date right now. Anyway, let's have a look at what we actually start out with in new farmer mode. So if you're familiar with the map from 17, you will probably see, at least from the original map, you'll probably see that all of the animals are gathered here. Well, I say all of them. The horses are out about here and the sheep are about here. But the cows and the pigs and the chickens are all gathered around the main farm. The cow stable used to be down here, field number 38. That, however, is there's nothing down there. It's just forest now. I haven't updated the PDA map yet, so what you see here is not representative of what is actually true. There's just the forest down here. I haven't so far. I'm thinking about it actually, Mr. 740. I'm actually thinking about doing that. I did make a center depot. Actually, let's go take a look at that while we're at it. It's a good question. We have in the center of the map, right dead center in the map, we have this center depot. And if we go here, this is how it looks. It's it took me 2 days of decorating. Hey Nick, yeah, I am. I'm Danish. I live in Vejle, if you know where that is, actually. This is the center depot that I have been... I kind of teased it for a long time that I wanted to do something like this. I wanted to have a depot in the center of the map where you could trade stuff with other players if you're playing multiplayer. You could have like 4 or 5 farms and you could trade stuff between the farms using the center depot. Or if you're just farming fields around the center depot, like 24, 26, you could place it all in here in the center depot and just for temporary storage. I do have storage right now for straw, grass, hay, potato, wood chips, sugar beets, alfalfa, and clover. And I might want to put in chaff. Did I say chaff? Did I have chaff? No, I didn't. I might want to put chaff in here. I'm good, Nick. I'm really good. How are you, by the way? I'm sorry if I'm replying to you in English. It's just the majority of the people watching my channel is English, or well, foreign, from Danish anyway. So yeah, I might put chaff in here, so you could actually store chaff here temporarily. Temporarily, that was difficult to say. Wow. But right now, it's not really a part of it. Oh, really? So you're a foreign, not a foreign, you're a local guy, Nick. That's really cool. So nice of you to be here. Hey, Tony, welcome to the stream. But yes, the center depot was one of the big ideas I had about the map, that I really wanted some place where you could just store things, that you could just trade things between players, or store things if you didn't have the time or the resources to bring them home right now. You could just store them right here. This gives us a perfect opportunity to have a look at a new fruit type that we put in. Hops. It's brilliant. They look amazing. They look so cool. If we take a look at the fruit types we have right now. Alfalfa is the first fruit type that I've added to the map. I added that a couple of months ago, and I've been trying out a couple of things with it. It looks really good. Then we have rye, we have spelt, millet, clover, and hops. And I'm thinking about adding in triticale as well. I don't know, triticale, is that the way it says? You say it? Triticale? Don't know, maybe. Also, you're traveling to Vejle every day, Nick. Are you riding on bus? I suppose you are then. Right, that was the center depot. I kind of wanted to show you that. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. There you go. So yeah, if I can fit in chaff here at the center depot, I will make that happen. It might be a good idea. Was that an answer to your question, Mr. 740? You think that would be a good idea to add that in here? Hey, Mr. Walter, welcome to the stream. Let's head back here. Why are we here? Oh, I need to fix that. Okay. Right, we got a bit of a garden here, just temporary garden. It's just visual, you know, it's just for show. There's a scarecrow. That's something. There's a sleep trigger in the house, so you can actually sleep in here. And if I'm thinking about making a contest with some sort of prize for those who can actually get up on the first floor. I can't seem to do it. It can be done. I've been there. Can be done. You can get up there. I might make a contest of that. Anyway, the house is pretty cool. I found it on another map and I just borrowed it. Oh, would you look at that? They're actually watching Courseplay tutorials. Cool guys. It's just a pretty little house. It's a static house. There's no moving parts in it and you can't turn on and off the lights. It's just a sleep trigger. I figured it would be a nice addition to the map. Yeah, for realism, not so much. I agree on that, but you're right. For ease with Courseplay, definitely. Definitely. Anyway, let's have a look at what we actually have on the map. The starting equipment, I don't think I'm going to change any of that. It's going to be what it is right now. So you're going to be starting out with 4 tractors, ranging from, I think this is 230 horsepower. I might be wrong, might be 250, 280, I don't know. And going down to 115 for this one. You have access to all of the animals from the get-go if you start on new farmer mode. So you actually own the horse paddock and you own the sheep pasture as well, and you own the chicken coop, the pig shed, and the cow stable. Hey, Martin. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm playing Eiersholt, my map for Farming Simulator 19. I'm just doing a bit of a test of it. It's not completely done yet, so I'm just testing out how it goes, if it's playable. I should probably add in the FPS tester, the shower FPS counter, so you can see if we look in this direction, right around here somewhere. I'm not sure I have the time, Nick. I actually have an appointment later on tonight, so I'm not completely sure I have the time. It would be cool though. It would be actually quite fun. So if you look in this direction on the map, right around here, you see that the FPS is dipping into the 30s a little bit. I can't figure out why. I really don't know why. For a second there, I thought it would be the water plane down here doing it, but nah. It's not. I don't know. It's not an issue though. I have my graphics cranked up quite high, so it's not really an issue. It should be playable anyway. Let's take a look at some of the machinery. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry about that. Start out with a bit of baling machinery. And let's get in here. Start out with some seeding machinery as well. This one is probably gonna go. It's a bit too small for what we're doing here. You got a sprayer, and wow, I need to fix that. Good thing we're testing out, huh? Good thing we're testing out, so we find these issues here. Yeah, I think if I press the F3, we will definitely gain a lot of FPS as well, certain places. Oh, you're welcome, Martin. I'm so happy to hear that you actually learned something from the tutorials. Wow, that was loud. That was immensely loud. And here we got a mower and a disc harrow. Is that what it's called? I think it is. Why are these so loud? And definitely not realistic. Right, cool. That's just how it is. I don't know if raising the FPS, if pressing the F3 to raising the FPS is actually doing something bad for the stream. You gotta let me know if the frame rate drops all of a sudden. So far it looks good. I actually seem to be doing okay on the frame rate as well. That's pretty nice. You got a pretty large combine. It's not the biggest one, but it should be sufficient for the job, at least in the beginning. And that's just about it. So what else do we have? We've got a silo pit down here, a double silo pit. This takes chaff, obviously, and it takes clover and alfalfa as well. So you don't convert the clover or the alfalfa to the chaff before it's in the silo pit. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It is a slurry deposer. I don't know what it's called. Right. So we've got a couple of buildings here. We've got this building here, which is a leftover from 17. It's just here as a placeholder for now. I'm waiting for a script called Global Company to come out. That will hopefully have a new version of this building. In 17, it was a feed mixer. I have one for the cows and one for the pigs. But currently they don't have any function. They're just there for placeholders, just to remind me that I need to change them when the time comes. Right. Okay, let's, should we start setting up something? Yeah, it is noisy, isn't it? I was kind of surprised of how noisy it actually was. But it might be realistic. You might be right, Martin. I do have a Discord, Nick. It's not active at the moment, but I will. If you follow me on Twitter, my name on Twitter is Datalund. If you follow me on there, I will make sure to notify you when my Twitter is active again. Let's just do a couple of things here because I am hating the auto start and stop engine. Let's get that off. And let's get these off as well. We don't want the helper to be... there we go. Normal and crop destruction on. Periodic plowing. Oh, we might as well put that on. Weeds on. Skip. See if I can get out of here without crashing into stuff. I really screwed up putting this combine in here. Well, it's very difficult to get out of here without crashing into everything. So I want to set up a combine straight away, just to have something going right now so we can test out stuff. And I kind of want to start out on 31, field number 31. Our fuel usage, was that bad as well? Oh, you're probably right. Fuel usage, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there we go. Default. Thank you. Thank you, Emil. So Courseplay is going to be a part of the test today, just to check out how many machinery we can have going, how the FPS is performing, and if the map is actually playable. And whilst these are running, I'll take you guys on a tour of the map, because a lot of things has happened. I think visually the map is just about done. I don't think I'm going to be making too many visual changes anymore. I spent a lot of time making sure that fauna and trees and bushes and everything was in order. So I think I spent just about... Oh, thanks, Johnny. And welcome to the stream if I haven't welcomed you already. I don't think I have, actually. Welcome. I spent a very long time making sure that things would be visually pleasant to your eyes. So this dirt road that we're driving on right now, for instance, it's bumpy and it has puddles in the middle of it and stuff like that, because that's what it would be in real life. I have the latest version, 2.28, I believe it's called. I just updated it before the stream, so it's really new. Something just happened. Sorry about the noise, by the way. Right. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the new Courseplay, the newest version of Courseplay. I've not toyed around with it too much. I gotta be honest. Excuse me. I've been spending a lot of time just making the map. Oh, thanks, Nick. I'll be sure to make my Discord available again soon. So yeah, I haven't really played around too much with the Courseplay, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it to some extent. It wasn't good for the stream? Alright, I'll turn it off again. There we go. So the course generation is visual now. You don't have the option to go back to setting it up how we did in 17 and how we did in the beginning of 19. So now we actually have a visual setup. It's kind of nice, I suppose. You click the field that you want to work on. You set the starting location to wherever you want it. I tend to go from where I am. The starting direction is automatic. It doesn't really matter for me. There are no islands in field number 31, so I don't need the bypass island. I don't want to skip any rows. Courseplay is a must, and definitely on this map. This map is intended for Courseplay. At least the map that I built for 19 is with Courseplay in mind, or multiplayer. The working with is set automatically. They just added in recently this one, so you could click this one and it would take the automatic width of the machinery. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I like headlands, so we're going to be having 3 headland passes, and we're going to be starting on the headland passes, and we're going to go clockwise, so we'll be going that way around. The headland corners, smooth or turn. The turn would be where it comes to a 90-degree angle. It would go up to the corner, it would raise the header, and it would reverse back, make a 90-degree turn before it lowers the header and continue the course. I can't get it to work. It doesn't work for me. I'm going to choose it anyway. And the field center, I don't know what that is. I genuinely don't know what that is. So we're just going to leave it for up and down. So there we go. So if I set the starting direction to the longest edge, let's have a look at that. Where was the starting direction? Oh, there. Longest edge. That's pretty interesting. I've not toyed around with that. Oh. Huh. You're actually right about that, Mr. 740. I'm not sure if field number 31 is the best example of it, but we're going to go with it. Martin Greenwood, available when it's released, please. I don't know when it's released. Probably soon. I suppose that's the best I can give you. Right. Right. It's okay, Martin. It'll be uploaded to fsuk.com. I was thinking about uploading it to the in-game GitHub, but I am using some custom scripts, and I highly doubt that they will accept it. And rather than having the map going through 3, 4, 5 tests before it's actually available to you, I'm just going to release it on fsuk.com. It doesn't really matter. I'll make sure to link it everywhere I possibly can. Anyway, let's start from the first waypoint. And there is one thing that I just want to have a look at. Where is it? Is it in here? No. Is it in here? I can't find it. Anyway. We'll find here. Just go for it. Field sensor is for round fields, I think, to make rooms for fields that have automated irrigation system, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you're right, actually. You might be right. I haven't been playing around too much with it, if I'm honest. It's one of those things that I can't seem to get my head around. I think once I'm done with the map and I have more time to actually play around and test stuff, I'll go ahead and see if I can figure out what it is. I might actually be lucky that someone has figured it out, and I can just pretty much copy paste what they did. Hey man, did they update Courseplay? Still no overloader function? Oh, hey Walter, no. As far as I know, Courseplay is not ready for anything but the basic functions. So you don't have any overloader function, and you don't have the leveling and compacting, and you don't have liquid transport. There are a couple of other things that are not there right now. So far, it's only the basic fieldwork mode that works. They have updated grain transport to a certain extent, but it's still edgy, which we'll see in just a second, because we're gonna be using Courseplay to get the grain back to a silo. So you'll see that it is a little bit edgy still, the grain transport. So what do you guys think of the layout of the main farm so far? I tried to... This is all free from my head. It's just... I don't know. I kind of found some buildings here and there and figured, you know what, they would look good. I need to rectify this. See, it's really good that we're doing this test here. I get to see these errors. I noticed on the latest Courseplay update as well that they had something with the distance from the what's it called? Offset is what it's called. I noticed while testing a couple of things that on this combined with this trailer, it's a load of rubbish. It doesn't work. Well, it works. It's just a wrong offset by a meter. It's good to hear, Nick. Thank you. I hope that it would be playable. So there are a couple of things. We'll get into them a little bit later, but there are a couple of things about this way Farming Simulator 19 works with the 3 different modes that you start the game in. There are some things that have made it a bit more tricky to make this map than I initially thought it would be. I'll get into it in a bit. I just want to set this one up so we can start doing some things. I'm feeling that FS17 and Courseplay were much better and faster updating function and fixing bugs. It's going to be almost a year how FS19 is out and Courseplay don't have function. I agree. I 100% agree, Walter. It's one of the reasons that I'm not making a lot of videos currently, because first of all, I think the latest update for Courseplay in 17, I think that was 91 or something like that. I think it was around there. This version of Courseplay so far is 228. So we have had 228 updates of Courseplay ever since they started working on it for Farming Simulator 19. That's a lot of updates in a very short time span. So, and I don't really feel like I'm agreeing with you here, Walter, because I don't really feel like the updates that we're getting are helping us a lot. I'm sure behind the curtains, behind the scene, they're doing a lot of work that really helps Courseplay along, and of course they should do that as much as they possibly can. I like it, and I'm sure in the end the end result will be really good. But right now I don't feel like we're getting anywhere. Oh, thank you, Tony. Does look good. It'll be awesome for multiplayer games. A bit tight for a lot of Courseplay helpers at the same time. You're right, Mr. 740. It is. It's both a challenge and you know, it's sort of a fun challenge. Let's see how this guy handles it. Let's go into the combi mode and start out here. Is this a normal size map or 4 times? It's 4 times, Tony. It's a 4 times map. It's quite big, actually. Let's give you guys a bit of an overview of the map. Field number 31 is one of the smaller fields, actually. You'll see the size of it in just a second. It is a big map. It's taken a long time. The layout is great. I like it a lot. Thank you, Tony. I've got a lot of Tonys here. Hey, Walter. And even more strange because even when the FS90 was not out, they said they were working together with them. Yeah, I agree. I don't feel like we're seeing that either. Right, let's get this show on the road here. Let's just record a course back to the farm. Otherwise, this guy in the combine is going to be really angry with us. So, for the sake of realism-ish, I'm gonna try to stick to the road as much as possible. But yeah, Mr. 740, you're right. It's some of the roads are really narrow, and on some of the really narrow roads, you actually have traffic as well. So you can be in a situation where you need to take into consideration that traffic is there, and you need to pull out to give way for traffic. It's a bit of a challenge, but you're right actually about the multiplayer. I definitely had multiplayer in mind as one of the big things about this map, that I really wanted multiplayer to be part of it. See, I have an idea that I might go ahead and set up a server for this and record some videos with you guys if you want to play some multiplayer with us, with me. I'll just have a look at the chat in a second. Oh shit, I crashed into a sign. Oh my god. Now, who's going to pay for that? What's with this music we're listening to? I just picked some random music on Epidemic Sound and just start pressing play. It's kind of chilled, isn't it? If you guys can hear it at all. Whoa, a bit of lag. Hey, Sika, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So in addition to, in comparison to what we have in 17, I think the scaling in Farming Simulator 19, I've talked about it a little bit in one of my other videos. I think the scaling is a little bit different. I've reused a lot of the buildings in this map from 17, and going through the doorways seems to be an issue. And I haven't really changed anything on the buildings. They're just there. But scaling really seems to be different than it was in 17. Alright, let's have a look at how this is going. So it's pretty... I like the new setup here for grain transport, or for whatever the hell this is called, I can't remember. I like that we go in to pick a combine, and we can do an automatic search, and we can just tell it, well, I want to find a combine on field number 31. It doesn't matter where the flip I am on the map, it will find a combine on field number 31. That's pretty cool. Right, let's drive this one. No combine in reach. Combine's pipe isn't fruit. Is it though? Is it really? Is it really? Let's have a look at where the combine is. Where are you, combine? Oh, you're up there. It's not in fruit. Jesus Christ. Right, let's have a look at chat. Does look good. We'll be, yeah. Fuel center up and down. It's just back and forward. Racetrack, back and forward. Find the middle and go back again. It's used to avoid sharp turns. For instance, using a big cultivator or stuff like that. Oh, thank you, Emil. I was not aware of that. That is useful information, definitely. Nick is saying he can't make Courseplay working. We'll go through it, Nick. Don't worry. We'll make it work. Don't worry. Tony is saying, awesome. Have been waiting for a good 4x map. Yeah, I hope my map can live up to the expectations. It's funny, really. Sorry, I'm just going to toot my own horn here for a second. It's funny how my map has been it's been talked about a lot. Actually, a lot more than I anticipated. I don't know why he didn't drive here. Why he just didn't go. This should work. There we go. Yeah, I've been contacted by 3 different websites. They want to do deals on exclusively hosting it. Some of them had some financial aspect involved in it as well, and I just didn't want to go down that route. But I'm really surprised with the amount of interest it has gotten. Where the flip is he going? This is something about Courseplay that I'll never figure out. The way that it calculates the route, it's beyond me. So, is this going to work out? So have a look at this, right? Look at the offset. He's way off. This is terrible. We need to change that offset a little bit. If I can figure out where it is. Wow. There we go. I'm gonna set it to 6.3, so I'm gonna give him 1 more meter, and that should be just about fine. Yeah, it looks a lot better. One question about Courseplay operation: do you ever try to do sugar beet, like unloading, like all the way along off the edge of a field, and then use? Actually, Walter, you will find in one of my Courseplay for Farming Simulator 17, I've done just that. I think it's the video where I show you how to load bales and sell them. I have a Courseplay course running doing just that, what you're just asking there. Walter is saying, like in real life, you know what I want to say? Yeah, I do, Walter. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Lord MST, welcome. I like your videos. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Sinko Sam is saying, when is the map coming out? Hopefully soon. That's the best I can give you. I hope it'll be really soon. Visually, the map is just about done, so it should be soon. Nick is saying he has to eat, and he's gonna have hot dogs. Oh, I'm jealous actually. I had salmon this evening, and he needs to take a smoke. Well, go for it, Nick. I'll be here when you get back. Right, let's have a look at some of the other things on the map. Let's hop into the pickup. I'm just gonna go in cap view because it's a lot quieter. Right, let's have a look at what's actually been going on, because in comparison to 17, some new industry has popped up, and whoa! So, quiet please. Have a look at this. All of the signs that you see on the map, as far as I can remember, every single one of them is now in English. The map originally was German, which means that all the signs, all the street names, all the town names, everything was in German. It's now been translated to English. Enjoy your dinner, Nick. And I really enjoy having you here. Yeah, the sound of this pickup, it's amazing, isn't it, Mr. 740? It's just amazing. I love it. It looks so, sounds so cool. So yeah, we've got the brewery here, which was here in 17 as well. It overgone a little bit of an overhaul. Looks a lot better than it did. Oh, I did? Did I? Spiral goes back. Oh, I see. So Spiral will basically make sure that the pipe is always on the harvested side of the field. This is useful information, Emil. Thank you so much. I'll see if I can remember all of this and put that into a video. If you don't mind, of course, I'll be referencing you. See if I can put that into a video. That would be pretty cool. Will you put your personal courses out when the map is released? from Synco Sam? I can do. If you want me to. Currently, I don't have any, but I can make a full setup if you want me to. That'll be no issue. You can use them however you want. If you wanna use them as they are, or you wanna alternate them, that's up to you. I can do that. In 17, we had the dairy up here. It's closed. I put in a little sign says it's closed. I kind of felt like it would make sense to have this dairy closed because this city or this town is just a. Thank you, Jenny. Oh shit! If I was only as good as driving as making map, that would be pretty bloody cool. So yeah, the dairy is not up here anymore. It's somewhere else. Let's go take a look at the sheep farm while we're in this area. So I'm going to be showing you something that I don't really know how to deal with. So the sheep farm is up here. I'm just going to turn off the engine here so we can actually hear each other. Why is the light on in this? I forgot to set day and night objects. I forgot to set... Well, I should really write all of this down, shouldn't I? That would be kind of smart. If it's smart, it's not me. Why would I do anything smart? So yeah, the sheep farm is up here. Now this was here in 17 as well. And I've just basically incorporated into 19 as well. Did you perfect the route network project in FS17? That looked like a real challenge. I did actually. I did finish it, and I managed to get the tractor going from the center of the farm to the field doing the field work, but I couldn't have it return once it was done with the field work. That was the only glitch I had with that setup. Otherwise, it was actually pretty cool. It was a huge setup. It was a huge project and a massive challenge, yeah. The sheep pen is right here. Now, as I said earlier, you own this from the beginning if you're starting on new farmer mode. And if you press F5, now this is probably going to hurt the stream a little bit. I'm sorry. You can see that the triggers are there, so you can buy the sheep straight away. Now, one thing that I don't really know how to get around, I wanted this to be a static object in the map. I wanted this sheep farm to be a farm that was just there. And it didn't matter what mode you would start the game in. It would just be there. However, if you didn't own the ground that it was on, if you were starting in Farm Manager or from scratch, if you didn't own the ground that it was on, you didn't have access to the buildings or the function of the buildings. That, however, seemed to be something that was only available in my mind. I spoke with a Giants guy about it, and that was too complicated, apparently. That was too complicated. That couldn't be done. So if I'm leaving the building in there and the function of the building in there on Farm Manager mode and in starting from scratch, you'll have access to the building if it's there. It's pretty flippin' stupid. So what I did instead was I made the entire sheep place, the sheep pen, a placeable building that will disappear once you are on Farm Manager or start from scratch. And if you want to, in new farmer mode, you can sell the entire sheep pen. And yeah, it's really up to you. So I kind of went down the route of having the entire place being sellable. So let's just have a look at it. If we go into Garage in here and we just scroll all the way back, you can see that you can sell a farmhouse. Now, I've taken pictures of what is actually included. When you sell the farmhouse, you're also selling the entire garden, and you're selling the shed for the cars, including the 2 static cars that are there, and including this fence going over to the shed over here. So it's just, I'm trying to make visually seem what you're actually selling. I am in the progress of making these pictures, so there will be some errors here, and I think some of them has a wrong name here as well. It's all work in progress. Yeah, missing GDR _grain store in L10N _en.xml. We'll fix it. Anyway, let's have a look at the sheep pen, which is right there. So you can see it's currently priced at €0. That's because this is only a sellable building. You can't buy this building. I'm just going to go ahead and sell it right now. So I didn't gain any money on that, but the building is not here, including the signs for the building. Everything here is gone. So now you can buy this land up here, and you can make it your own. Build your own sheep farm or a new main farm or whatever you like up here. It's up to you, really. Now the reason that you can't buy it is because if you notice here, this hill, the sheep farm is built to fit exactly where it is. If I was to make it a buyable building and a placeable buyable building, you would need to place it at this exact spot again to make it look realistic, and that's not possible. So because of that, it is just as it is. It's a sellable building. You can't buy it, but you can build something else up here. That goes for a couple of the buildings. The cow shed is unique for where it is. You can't use that anywhere else. What else is there? I can't remember from the top of my head, but there are a couple of buildings like that. Anyway, let's move on. Am I dropping frames? I'm seeing some errors. I think that was probably when I was showing the triggers. Wow. Jesus Christ, where did I get my driver's license? Oh yeah, the sound of the water. Fun thing. All of the water you see in the stream, you can actually buy. Well, not buy, it's free, but you can use it for your animals. There's a trigger in all of the water in the stream. Oh, let's just stop. Let's go back here. So another one of the bigger projects I had was these signs here. Now all of the signs are pretty much the same as they were in 17, except of course they're in English, and I've given them a dirt texture, so they actually I think they look good. The yellow sign is the name of the not the house, the town. Hot dog and Pepsi Max, it's a good combi. I agree. Hot dogs are great, I love them. Let's head over to the horse paddock over here, because the same goes for the horse paddock as the sheep pen. It wasn't really meant for it to be a sellable place, but because of the limitation of Farming Simulator 19, wow, why am I so bad at driving? Steko is saying, love your map, can't wait to play it. Thank you, Steko. I really can't wait to see you guys play it. I hope that a lot of you guys are going to make videos about it, or at least invite me to your multiplayer or something like that. That would be awesome. I would really like that. Johnny is saying 50 to 60 FFP now. That's good to hear. So we've got the horse farm here. Now I tried to, of course, all of this is from my imagination. This is not from a real place. However, I've taken inspiration in some of the places that I know that has horses, and my idea of this was that these old buildings here was probably the original buildings on this farm, and then someone bought the farm and they built this horse place over there, and that kind of went okay, so they started building a new stable up there. Role-playing a little bit. Yeah, very, very big fields, definitely. So you got the horse place over here, the horse stable. Now again, you own it from the get-go, so you can actually go ahead and buy your horses here. Let's get a couple of them, just to get a couple of them in there. Yeah, have a beer. Makes for a smoother driving, only in game though. I agree. I don't know what's wrong with my driving today. So yeah, the horse pen is actually pretty good. Steko is a streamer and he has a 16-slot server. I'd love to put your map on it. You're more than welcome to, definitely. And if I can have an invite for your server, I'll be honored. I'd love to join you. We have a couple of static decorative objects here, but all of the function of the horse pen is down in this stable down here, and it looks pretty good now. I made quite an effort. just detailing it so it looks okay, I suppose. And this one up here is from Imagination. Now I downloaded the building from somewhere else, I can't remember where, but all of the decorative stuff that you see in it is from, well, it's from what I had in mind from somewhere else that I actually know in real life. And this actually has functions. Nick is asking if I have a steering wheel and pedals. I actually do, but it's so flippin' loud. Like, it's right here in front of me. It's really loud. It's proper loud. Martin is asking where you're from. He hasn't heard my accent before. I'm from Denmark. I've lived a year in England, and I played World of Warcraft for far too many years. And I was in an English guild in World of Warcraft, and all of our communication was in English, obviously. So I spent a lot of time speaking English with a lot of different guys from all over England. I guess that's why my accent is pretty rubbish, really. These are merged in together. I'm gonna have to fix that. And we have an issue. We don't have an issue. It's not slipping. It's just filling up. Ah, cool. Should we follow the Jandir back? It seems like it's going back to offload here now. Yeah, it's full. Let's follow that back. See how Courseplay is actually handling it. Because Mr. 740, you were talking about it not too long ago that the map was challenging for Courseplay because of the narrow courses or because of the narrow roads. It's a G29 actually, Mr. 740. That's well spotted. Wow, you know your steering wheel, don't you? I'm looking into getting a Fanatic anytime soon. I'm quite into sim racing. That might be a good idea. I just bought a set of Corsa Competizione. Love it. It's brilliant. It's a beautiful game. And the G29 is... It's an okay starter wheel, I suppose. It's fairly good. It's a starter wheel, but it's not... I don't know. Could be better. I don't like the noise that it makes. It's terrible. Let's follow him back, see how he's doing. Once we're done here, once this is going and we're happy with this, I think I might want to buy a different field and let's have a look at some of the newer crop type on this map. But so far he seems to be doing okay. So yeah, one thing I did not so long ago. Oh, you're from Yorkshire? I used to live in Royal Tunbridge Wells. It's nowhere near Yorkshire, I know, but it was just to give you an idea of where I actually live. So I was in the Garden of England in Kent for a year. It was pretty fun actually. It was quite an experience living abroad. I'll tell you something, Martin. It's really difficult being a foreigner. It gives you a completely different aspect of how it is to actually be an immigrant. Not that I was an immigrant, that sounds wrong, but it was just really weird. Mr. 740 is saying I have an old G27 and he'll not replace it until it breaks due to all the buttons. You're right, the buttons and the shifters are pretty good. Really, really good. The SciTech Farm Sim wheel is terrible. Yeah, I have it. I actually have it. I also have the side panel. The side panel is really good. I have it right here next to me. It's not plugged in right now, but it's really good. I like that. I don't think I'll get rid of that, but the wheel, oh my god, the wheel and the pedals are rubbish. If you're thinking about buying that, buy the side panel and get a proper wheel and pedals instead. It's not worth the money. Johnny has a G29 as well, and he hates the noises as well. Yeah, it's really, I don't know, it's when I'm driving, especially in Project Cars 2, when I'm racing in Project Cars 2, the clipping of the clipping sound of the steering wheel is immense. I'm sure that my neighbors are thinking I'm beating up someone in here when I'm racing. It's horrible. Right, he seems to be doing pretty good here. I was talking about something I did just recently. Yeah, I changed all of the trees recently, so... Alright, we're going to get into a bit of a story now. Originally, when Farming Simulator 19 was released, I wanted to convert the map from 17 because I have a pretty good map from 17 that I could just use here. However, because of so many customized script and so many customized textures and stuff like that, I couldn't actually convert it. So I had to rebuild the map. Everything you see on this map is from new. It's not converted from 17. Now, obviously, what I could take with me from 17, I have. Some of the buildings are from 17. All of the trees I took with me from 17. I just kind of figured it would be stupid not to reuse it because they were already placed, so I could just reuse them. But then I started looking at what season mod was bringing, and the shaders of the season mod is probably, if I'm not mistaken, gonna be for the trees and bushes from 19. That would make sense. So that meant that it wouldn't work on the 17 trees. So I just replaced every single tree. So my idea of cutting corners using the 17 trees, yeah, that's just went out the window. I had to go around and place every single tree again. That was silly. All right, this is going well. You were right, Emil, about the longest edge. That was a good tip. Thank you. That actually looks like something that you would do in real life. Well, either this way or that way, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, let's head back to this car. I think we were done here. So yeah, the the horse stable, the horse farm is it's free of imagination, free from my imagination, but it is with inspiration from something else, a real place. All right, let's head into the center depot. If you're new on the stream, we're just gonna go have a quick look at the center depot if you haven't seen it yet. My driving is terrible. I don't know why my driving is so terrible. Like, I'm gonna be sounding really stupid, but normally when I play, I'm pretty good at this. But as soon as I'm streaming or recording, my driving is terrible. So the center depot. All right, let's start out over here. The center depot actually starts over here. We got the liquid manure storage. I love it. It's so cool. So, again, my idea about this place is that if you're playing multiplayer, let's say that you play 4 friends together on this map. Now, the map is more than big enough to handle it. We'll be looking at a place over here, and there's a place down here where you can build your own farms, and there are plenty of other places you can build your own farm. But my idea was that if someone is playing like a pig farm, hey Bo, welcome to the stream. Johnny is saying the next step to Fnatic is big. Yeah, it is. It's a big step. I think it might be worth it though, because I'm thinking about going into competitive sim racing, AOR, maybe. It's just a thought. It's an idea. I like it. What was I talking? Yeah, I was talking about if someone is playing a pig farm, they may produce a lot of manure that they can't actually use themselves. So you can go down here and you can fill it into this place here. Now this is just a silo. This is just a silo where you can put in manure, and you can get manure from over here. You can empty the silo. Now the fill plane, as you can see, it looks like it's full. It's empty right now. Moving fill plane is not a part of it right now. It will be. But this is where the center depot actually starts. So that was the entire start of this idea, that you have this manure storage place here. And then I kind of thought, why not have... My first idea was an auction house, like have sort of an auction house where you could kind of sell your crop to your friends. But then I couldn't figure out how to do that. So I just built this instead. So this is pretty cool. There are six individual silos here, and none of them are corresponding with each other. So you can actually place stuff here individually. So you got a silo here for potatoes. You got a silo here for sugar beet. I will be changing the texture, of course. And you got a silo here for wood chip. Of course, the texture will be changed. Chaff and possibly solid manure will be placed in this building. It's not done yet, it will be. Straw and grass and a lot of other things are in this building here. And there's a bike, doesn't work. I think it's a flat wheel. You have bales over here, so you got a bale trigger over here, so you can actually place bales in here. I'm getting a warning that I'm possibly dropping frames. Seems okay though. Let me know if it's shite. If it's shite, we need to do something. If it's just terrible, it's okay. Shite is really bad. So we got different buildings here, different places to load and unload your stuff. I think I'm gonna have to make a PDF explaining this map when I'm about to release it. It's just a pretty cool place. I like the idea of it and I wanted to put it in there. So there we go. Alright, let's head on down to the dealership, which is a new thing on this map as well. I noticed in the chat that a lot of you guys are from Denmark, so you will probably feel very at home with these road signs. They are from, well, they're inspired by Danish road signs. This is how they look in Denmark, and yeah, I kind of just wanted to put them in there. Right. So the dealership is something that I'm pretty proud of as well. I need to turn that car off, it's very loud. It's got this nice little front garden, and at night these flags are illuminated. It looks pretty cool. And so is the sign actually. It's illuminated. Looks pretty cool. And we have the cell trigger right here. It's actually right with these tracks here. Cell trigger. Then we have advertising for myself because yeah, why not? We got some decoration around here. It's pretty cool. I like this. Stego is from Belgium. Oh, it's nice to have you here, Stego. It really is. Shite. Hey Peter, welcome to the stream. We have a couple of desks. Yeah, it's just visual, you know. It's just decoration. It looks pretty cool. I like this idea. I like this little place here. It's pretty cool. And of course, I am advertising myself over here. We actually have. This is a logo that a friend of mine came up with a long time ago. And this picture here, wow, excuse me, is from a Courseplay video from Farming Simulator 17. Yeah, I'm advertising myself here. What else do we have? Johnny is saying that he likes the Danish signs. I do like them as well, Johnny. They're actually makes me feel at home. It actually does. Let's move on. Once we're done with this map tour here, I'm gonna race him. Screw you. Once we're done with this map tour, we're definitely gonna have a look at some of the new crops that I put in. We're definitely gonna be harvesting some hops, because that's a little bit of a special experience. These greenhouses are for show right now. It's just a placeholder. We've got the beach club, which is something new. Now it was here in 17 as well, it was just not an active part of the map. I've gone ahead and made it an active part of the map, but I will be placing it out. Or replacing it with some new things. Oh shit, god damn it. So these buildings were here in 17 as well. They're going to be replaced with newer buildings. They look terrible. If you look at it, they're really glossy and it looks... Yeah, I don't like it. It looks... It's clear to see that it's 2D. The girls, although they are pretty nice. Hello. Now, have a look at the FPS counter when I stand on top of her. Yeah. Girls just ruin everything, don't they? Please don't tell anyone that I said that. The girls are going to be replaced as well, because they're really taking up a lot of unnecessary resources, and especially in a map this size that is meant to be for multiplayer. This is not something you want on your server. It's a bit of a shame because they're pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea, but yeah, they're better to be replaced with something not taking so much resources and thoughts. Anyway, the active part of the the beach club is a place where you can sell egg and milk. And my idea was it's a beach club. Of course they would want milk for ice cream and eggs and so on. So yeah, you can sell that down here. Let's have a look at the town, the big town. There are 3 towns on this map. The small one we have been through. Actually, yeah, if Mr. 740, if the production line enables beer, we'll definitely put that into the beach club. No doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. So we have the animal dealer here. If I could not hit the sign. Yeah. Driving and me not going that well. This is just imported from 17. There's nothing really big about it. The trigger is right out here somewhere. Is it over here? Ah, there we go. So you can buy your animals here and you can choose the pen that you want them to be on. We're sort of a last minute addition. I might go ahead and change it, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not particularly happy with it, it's just I needed it to be there. So yeah, there we go. We have to... Could someone teach me how to drive, please? That would be really nice. We have the Bavar down here. I spent a lot of time on the ground texture on this Bavar. It's just a sell place, really. There are quite a few sell places on this map. This one takes just about everything, I think. Anyway, I can't remember. You can see that in the sell buy menu. We've got a fire station, which I believe is a mixture of something American, something British, and yeah, it might be... I think that's... I don't know. It's sort of a mixture of everything. We have a Shell station. That's actually working. I had to change the... I had to change fuel number 43 because of it. It was pretty fun, actually. It took up a lot more space than the old fuel station. Right, let's move on to one of the big factories. I can just... Mr. 740, I think I've drank all the beers already. The way I'm driving here is just terrible. Holy shit. Right, McCain. Alright. Gonna have to turn off the engine here because I have a couple of things that I want to talk about with McCain. McCain is the potato sell place. So this is a sell place for potatoes only. Oh shit, we have more John Deere mods. Michael is asking for it. Mondeo is saying, thank God I gave up driving in Europe. Yeah, I don't blame you. Especially with me on the road, that would be a good idea to give up driving in Europe. Right, so let's just have a look at this, because this is just a cell place. It's just, visually it's very big, and it's just, I brought it over from 17 to 19. I don't think I want to change it. What I did do, however, we're open every day between 7 and 7. So 7 in the morning and 7 in the evening. That's true. That's actually true. So once you pass 19 in the evening, you can't open this one. You can open and close it now, as much as you want to, but at 7 in the morning it would open up, or it will open automatically, and at 7 in the evening it will close automatically. I've done that a couple of places. All right, moving on. Is this Christmas music? Sure, why not? Let's have some Christmas music. British Butcher. Let's head up here. So, I don't know how many of you guys were familiar with the map in 17. Probably quite a few of you were. You'll see some differences here. I think the combine is just unloading. I hope it is. So down here we have a new tomb store. It's a pretty big store actually. Which is also open between a certain time period. You can actually go in here. You can check out your groceries as well. Well, you're stuck there, Mr. 740. You can't do anything. You can't open it. It's I don't know if I can actually program anything into that. I was thinking about maybe you could bribe your way out of it. Like you could pay someone like €1,000 to open the gate. That would be kind of cool. I don't think I can do that. It would be a cool idea though. Michael Carlson is asking for Morphin 800 series Vario mod. Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. Not sure I can put it in though. We have this sort of rest and relaxation place down here. Nick is saying that this was the only map that he ever played in 17, I suppose. It's a cool map. It is a cool map. Now, when I started out in 17 editing the map, it's just a pretty cool place. I just wanted to show you that. When I started out in 17 editing the map, there was a lot of mistakes on the map. There was a lot of unnecessary memory loss on the map. It took a lot of effort from your computer to run. That has been fixed. I've fixed a lot of that in 17 already. And given the opportunity to completely redo the map in 17, let's have a look at the... I was just about to brag that there was no error. Maybe just an auto trigger on the inside of the gate that opened it all the time. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I see where you're getting at, Mr. 740, I definitely do. If I was a clever guy, I would have written all of this down. I'll keep it in mind, I definitely do. Right, I was just about to brag that this map has no errors, but thankfully, well, we do have a couple of errors. But if we look at the errors that we do have right now, we can see that we have a resource error. It can't load a store_husbandry cow large.png. It's just a image file for the store. And the same goes for the Werkstatt, which is the tool shop. So these are the only errors we have, and it's just 2 images that it can't load. So it's not really an issue. Other than that, the game is running perfectly fine with no errors whatsoever. And I don't know if you're keeping an eye on my FPS counter. It's at 60 pretty much all the time, except when we're at the main farm. So the map is really well optimized right now. So this is where the original cow stable was. As you can see, it's just planted with trees now, so you can buy this area and build a new farm here if you want to. I'm just scratching the paint on the pickup because I can. Mondeo is saying, Mr. Seven Lights. Yeah, lift the track. Maybe I should I make some sort of like a jump? Like a ramp on the inside, you can jump the tractor over the fence. Might be an idea. So we're coming up to one of the areas that I encourage you guys to use if you wanna start from scratch, or if you're playing multiplayer. This is a perfect area for the opportunity, a perfect area for the occasion. It's called. Actually, it might be a good idea. So on the left here, we have this massive area here. I built a road and I put in some puddles and some mud here and there. That's it. Everything in here you can buy, and you can cut down the trees, build your own farm, buy the land, buy the fields. This is a perfect area for it. And there are 3 or 4 areas like this on the map where you can just start from scratch if you want to. So it was just an idea. All right, let's head to the BGA, and then we're gonna be looking at some of the new fruit types. So this is one of the smaller roads that I was talking about before, Mr. 740, where you have a narrow road with traffic. Could be interesting. Whoa! Some tight turns. What the hell is that? It's a little bit laggy here and there. So I was just talking about how there was traffic on this road, and of course when we drive it, no traffic is spawning here. Great. Great. So absolutely no traffic on this road. Wow, amazing. So another thing I brought over from 17 is the lime station. So you can buy lime. All 4 of these nozzles, I think it's called nozzles, isn't it? I don't know, those spouts. All 4 of them are individual cell triggers, so you can actually, if you have a trailer that's long enough, you can park underneath 2 of them, and you can fill your trailer twice as fast. I noticed in the test actually, that was pretty cool. Yeah, let's head to the BGA, and that will probably be the last thing I'm going to show you on the map tour. And then we're going to go into having a look at some of the fruit types. So while we're here, actually, if we have a look at the distance, traffic on for multiplayer, traffic off with traffic off with Courseplay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. At least when you're recording the courses, that was a good idea. If we look into the distance, you can see that there is an illusion that this map goes on forever and ever and ever. If we get close to that, you will see that it's just an image. It's just a vertical border. Now, I tilted it down so it's at an angle. I think it's about 65 degrees angle, so it looks like it's continuing into the horizon. If you're building your own map and you're doing a border, tilt it down a little bit. It looks better. Otherwise, it would look really weird once you get close to it. Yes, that's exactly what I tried, Mr. 740. I had the Wilson Grain trailer up there, and I tried to fill it, and I noticed I could fill it from 2 spouts at the same time, and it was filling twice as fast. Brilliant. That was an unplanned but very welcome effect. So the BGA is done now. The heating plant is not done yet. It will be soon, so we're just going to go into the biogas plant. The biogas plant is... the buildings are reused from the standard map, so not a lot of fancy stuff going on here. Although, I've taken a lot of effort into decorating it, so especially around these air vents, you can see that there are some mods, some industrial mod. I think that makes pretty good sense that around the industrial vents we have something like that. And he says, and there's nothing here. Jesus Christ. And I took the time to carve this out, which was pretty difficult. And these, of course, are in German. Great. But it's here and it's functional and it's working. It looks pretty good. I like it. I'm actually really pleased with how it looks. The visuals has been a massive concern of mine making this map. Visuals is for me everything. It's more important than what kind of fruit types we have. As a matter of fact, if we just have like 2 or 3 fruit types, but the visuals were okay, I would be more than happy with it. And the scale is working. Great, let's head back to the farm. I can't really figure out about this music, if I like it or not. It's just a random playlist on Epidemic Sound. And yeah, it's really weird. It's kind of cozy, but it's really weird. I'm pretty sure we heard a Christmas song. I'm quite sure we did that. Oh shit. Now the lime station that we were just at before is so far away from everything that I'm thinking about lowering the cost of lime up there. So that would be far the cheapest place to buy lime. But you have to transport it quite far. Thank you for making the bunkers wide enough to fit the Roper mouse. Oh yeah, I noticed. I saw that. So you put the mouse into the bunker and you have it fill a trailer on the outside. That's the way to do it, isn't it? I think I saw that in a video once. Looks pretty cool actually. But yeah, the bunkers are quite wide. Christopher, welcome. Christopher Lauder, welcome to the stream. Right. So we're gonna be borrowing some money now. Now this is it's nowhere near a realistic playthrough. It's not how we would do it if we were actually just playing the map. We're just testing out a couple of things. So I want to buy a hops field and transport the grain back to here. Oh, maybe we should use the center depot. How? Fuck it. Yeah, that's where you live now. Deal with it. My God, how can I be so bad? Yeah, I think I saw that in a video. It was pretty cool. It's a pretty good idea, actually. It's a really, really fast way of emptying out the silo. I did not intend for that, but it's pretty cool if it works. Right, let's have a look at hops. Where do we have hops? We have hops and, wow, 13, 26, and 41. Those are 3 massive fields. Holy shit. Should we go for 13? Because it has 4 islands? Yeah, let's go for it. What does that cost? Oh boy. It's pretty expensive. 2.1 million. We might go for 26 instead. That's just 1.1 million. Yeah, we're gonna go for 26. It still has an island in the middle of it, so that's fine. Wow. All right. I haven't put in any cheating mod. So we're gonna be here for an hour, just pressing spacebar. Wow, come on. It was 1.1 million, wasn't it? And we need some money for machinery as well. Is it even ready for harvest? Yeah, it was. We just added it. It was ready for harvest. Holy crap. The music is fitting. Alright, so there we go. Right, let's get field number 26. Before we do this, let's just make sure that it's ready for harvest. It is. Good. 26. Your hours. And let's get a harvester. This music is pretty weird. Can't help nodding my head to it. This is. You need to get a refresher course in driving. Yeah, I really do. I don't know why I'm so bad. Can I hire you as my driver the next time I go to Denmark? Sure, you can. I'll be happy to drive you around. Don't expect the same quality of driving as you see in game here, though. It takes skills to be this good in game. It does. Right, let's lease this very large combine harvester. Wow, that just skipped my mind. So here's the thing about the hubs. Normally you would have a dedicated equipment for hubs, for harvest and hubs, but for farming sim 19, the hubs is based upon the maize plant, so you actually need a maize header. You don't need cheating much, just edit the farm XML file. Yeah, you're right. I could do that. So we need corn headers to do to harvest the hops, but I'll show you the effect that it actually makes. It's pretty cool. I like it. So let's jump into that. See, these guys have just been doing the job on their own. I only had to interfere once. That was to call the transport tractor in the beginning. That was it. Otherwise, they've just done it on their own. Yeah, you're right, Mr. 740. Someone asked me a while ago if I could show how to edit these files and what to do, and I might go ahead and do that. I might make a video about that. There we go. I was actually thinking about today as well that we could probably have a look at some of the things. Wow, this is big, isn't it? That's what she said. She didn't. It's not true. She never said that. No one ever said that. Alright, let's start from here. And set up a course for this one. So, current vehicle position, starting direction. We're going to take longest edge. So, thanks to Emil, we're going to see if this works. Curious how to see how that is here. Bypass Island, we definitely want that. And this island is so massive. And I think that would be a good idea to take the simple version so it doesn't have to drive all the way around it. Working with 9 meter there. That's probably right. Headlands. Wow. 3 clockwise. People are angry. People want to get by, but we're taking up entire road here. So it's taking its time. Thanks, Nick. It's taking its time calculated. Why is it taking so long? Holy shit. Have I done something wrong? I crashed the game. Looks like I crashed the game. I don't know what it's doing right now. Well, let's use the time. Get some water. It's important to stay hydrated. What is going on? What the hell is going on? Does anyone have any ideas? I think Courseplay just completely crashed the game. Yeah, it takes a long time, definitely. But it shouldn't take this long, should it? This is not right. Okay, wow. Holy shit. Course generated successfully, but due to the current direction setting, it may cause issues with driving. When driving. Whoa. That was a massive time. Holy shit. I've never experienced Courseplay to take that long for generating a course. Never. But we're here. Right. Start from the first waypoint. There we go. Let's just drive the course. Oh, he's gonna hate it. Oh no, he was lucky in that vehicle there. Alright, let's have a look at it. How that looks. This is brilliant. This looks so good. Yeah, you guys were right. I was just impatient. I was just really impatient. I never experienced Courseplay being that long for generating a course or being that slow at generating a course. So have a look at the particles. This is something I spent a long time doing. These particles. Obviously I found these crops in different maps. I've not made the crops myself. I've imported them from different maps. But the hops and the clover and the lucerne or the alfalfa were not textured right, and there were no particles and there were no smoke effects, and it was just really rubbish. Just pardon me for saying so, it was a piss poor job. It really was. So it took a long time making sure that the particles seems like they would, and you can see that dust and smoke and so on is coming from the harvester. And it looks great. Now, as I said, it's based upon the maize fruit, so it has the same animation as the maize plant would have when it goes through the harvester. But it looks good. I kind of like it. Looks pretty good. All right, let's get a tractor. Should we take a medium? Let's take a turbo tractor. Let's lease this puppy. And a trailer. You can have this one. And let's set up a course heading back to the farm. So have any of you guys actually experienced that? You say that it takes... Mr. 740 is saying that you had the same problem on Honeydew Farms. And the fields were actually square on that one. Is that in 19? Is that an issue only in Farming Simulator 19, or did that happen in 17 as well? I never experienced it in 17. I might have. Wow. Holy. Yeah, it is. I might need some tweaking on that. Right, let's set up a course. I think around here would be good. Okay, combi mode and start recording. Should we just go to, let's go to the center depot. I didn't press start record. What am I doing? I'm sorry guys, this is terrible. Nick is saying that he has the same problem with the course generation. Alright, here we go. Alright, I just need to be more patient then. Okay, let's take these hops to Center Depot. Once we're just mowing through them. So So we can actually test out if we can go from the center depot back to the farm as well. We can set up a course for that. That would be pretty fun. Stego had that issue at 17 many times, and Courseplay actually crashed the game for him back then. I must have been lucky then. Where does Hops go? They go straight ahead. It's an issue with 4 times maps. Just look at how many waypoints that were created from. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. The island in the middle is the problem. Courseplay will try to drive straight to the other side. Ah, you might be right, yeah. So it's a known issue. Holy shit, I was not aware. Well, there you go. I learned something today. Any flat areas for placing objects? Not really. Not really, no. I'm trying to think if there are any, but no, not really, no. There are vast objects, vast places you can place objects, and you might be lucky to find some flatter areas there, but not. I've not really made any areas for it. Right, let's stop it here. And we're on field number 26. Wow. Did I? There we go. Go for it. I love how the plant is bowing down. That's something really cool about 17. But yeah, it is a very big field, isn't it? It's huge. Holy shit, it's gonna take forever. Alright. Is there any fields with millet on it? There's a paved yard. If we go down here to the builder's market. You're right, Mr. 740. There is this area right over here. It's a placeholder for now. I'm thinking about putting in a business here. Now, one thing I'm hoping is that the global company mod will give us an option to put in like transport businesses. So you would have like a cooling warehouse that you could deliver stuff to. If that's the case, I want to place it here. If that's not the case, I could keep this this area open for placing objects. Not really sure yet. But it is actually intended to be a place for a transport company or something like that. Reckless plane. Just a grumpy old man all of a sudden. Ah, you reckless plane. How are we doing here? This is going so well. This is really going well. This is not going well. The offset again. What is it with this offset? So, shit. Have you guys seen that as well? Have you guys had that error as well with the offset? So he's on 7 meters. He should probably be on 8.5. Probably. Let's see if that does any difference. It's really weird with that offset. It wasn't an issue in 17, but it definitely is an issue in 19. Then we have this pocket that the combine is making for itself. I'm not quite sure I'm a fan. I don't know yet. I see why they're doing it, definitely. Wow, that is not enough. So we're gonna go to, should we go to 10 meters? 10 meter, that's the one. Yeah, you might be right, it's based on the header. Oh, I got you, yeah. As you can see, 2,000 waypoints on the Judea Combine plus 10k on the New Holland. Yeah, you're right. 10k plus on the New Holland, you're right. So here we have an issue with Courseplay. No? Oh, they fixed it? No, they haven't. Look, they're gonna battle it out. Stupid tractors. I wish they could fix that. I really wish they could fix that. It's doing my head in so much. Right, we definitely have an issue here. Right. Where's he going? He looks like he's determined to hit that tree. No? Right, okay. Never mind. Johnny has the same problem with the offset. Christopher, you might be right. It's based upon the header, and seeing as the header is quite narrow, and the pipe on the New Holland is really long, that might be the issue, actually. You can fix it yourself, just set the forward offset. You guys are actually pretty flippin' good at this Courseplay stuff. Why are you not making the videos? You should make the videos. You're much better at it than I am. I was actually looking at millet, because I want to show you something about millet. Millet is a flippin' cool fruit. Do we have millet anywhere? We do. 55, that's perfect. 55 and 40. So if we're going to take 55, let's get another combine. I think. Is that ready for harvest? No. None of them are. Never mind. We're not going to get another combine. What I can show you, however, is... so you guys going to choose now. Do you want to see clover or do you want to see alfalfa? Because we're going to plant some of that then. No, it's not really that high. You're right, it's not. And let's get a tractor for this one. Actually, should we get... I kind of like this one. It's pretty cool. So I'm not going to be going into what brand of tractor is good and what is bad. Seed, big bag. We want 2 of those. Clover. All right. Let's have a look at the clover then. Thanks, Deco. All right, let's get some clover planted. Did I forget to activate him again? I think I did. No, I didn't. 4 years of Courseplay in 15 and 17 does help figuring out what the problem is relatively fast. On the other hand, I can't script mod for shite. Another thing that's more... The more Courseplay courses you have running at once, the higher the chance it has of fucking up. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Mr. 740, yeah. I'm not a modder either. I know XML modding. I can definitely do my XML. And I can definitely change stuff around to make it fit what I want it to do. Why is he driving in the crop? Get out of the flipping crop, you cheap ass mother... He's choosing to ignore me completely. Anyway, I can definitely change the XML files around to make them suit what I want them to do. But I can't. Lua scripting? No way. No way. Right, let's get this one started. And let's get some clover planted. I'm going to fast forward the time with the clover so you guys can see that in action, because that's pretty cool. Only thing I haven't done with the clover yet is make bales for it. Everything else is pretty much in order. I don't know if you guys are following the work in progress thread I have on fsuk.com. If you have, I made a question there. I asked a question there if I should... wow, my cat just came in the window. Shit, it scared the living shit out of me. I made a question if I should put customized texture for the windrow for the clover in, because I was just using the texture from the grass windrow, and someone said that they definitely felt like custom texture would be the place to go, or the way to go. So I did. But no one has seen it yet, so you're gonna be the first guys to see that. I don't care about the problems these tractors has right now. Nick is saying all tractors are the best. Yeah. Let's not start a discussion of what tractor is better than the other. And that would be an all-nighter then. Peter is saying besides John Deere. I actually do. I don't know if you guys know this. When I was young, many years ago, straight from my school, straight from when I was 15, I started my education as a farmer, and I was studying on a farm that had John Deere's. We had a John Deere front loader. It was, I can't remember the model number. I really can't. It's so many years ago. Something about me and driving today is not wrong. The texture for the hops is lagging your stream pretty bad. Oh shit. How are the clovers? The clovers should be good though. I was not aware. Holy shit, that makes sense because I just got a ton of errors. A warning in my stream. Oh shit. That's bad. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I think it might be down to the quality that I'm streaming. I'm trying to stream at a 9,000 bitrate as a minimum. I should probably set that up. That might fix it. I don't know, but the Clover should be fine. I had this issue when I was recording something, and back then it was the particles from the combine harvester. That was the issue. But that was the recording. It was messing up pretty bad actually. But yes, back on that farm where I was starting out as a farmer, we had a John Deere, an old John Deere. It was from starting of 1980s, I believe. It was such a cool tractor, so much fun. We had an old Volvo as well, a Volvo BM 630. I rolled that tractor around. That was pretty cool experience. I rolled that tractor around. We were doing silage, and I was carting chaff from the chopper to the silo pit, and the farmer was leveling and compacting, but he kind of screwed up a little bit. So there was a massive hole in the chaff, and yeah, the wheel of the trailer went down in that hole, and it fell over the side of the chaff, the pile, and well, yeah, the tractor pulled with it. I pulled the tractor with it. That was pretty bad. I hurt myself quite bad back then. 10 meters is too much of an offset here. Let's put that down to 9.5. Fine. We're not going to be bothering with these tractors anymore. 18 Gears Gaming, hey, welcome to the stream. I'm good, thank you. How are you? How are you doing? It's been so long since I've live streamed, and you know what? Doing this right now makes me kind of want to do a lot more live streaming. It feels pretty chilled. I kind of like it. But yeah, welcome to the stream, 18 Gears Gaming. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. So once we're done harvesting this field, we're just going to be planting clover on it, and we're going to speed up the time so you guys can see the clover in action. You can see how it looks when it grows, and so on. A curva collega problem situation. You have got to explain that to me, Mr. 740. I have no idea what that means. My ignorance all of a sudden came to show there, huh? Anyway, I want to show you guys something. This is completely unrelated to anything with farming. This is just map making. Actually, let's go in here. Let's go into GS. Whoop. Toggle flight and no hut. Here we go. So I've been working on... Yeah, go ahead, 18 Gears Gaming. I'll answer them if I can, obviously. I've been working on perfecting the waterfall and the textures on the waterfall. It came out pretty well. I've reused some of the textures from 17, and I used some of the emitters from 19. Peter's saying almost 2k subs. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm blown away by it, actually. Honestly, I am. I started the channel, 3 years ago? But it's a joke on behalf of Polish truckers, so I get it. Right, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I started the channel 3 years ago, and it was never meant to become something big. I never really wanted it to be something big. I never expected it to be something big. But making the Courseplay tutorial videos kind of lifted the channel up to something else. Thanks, 18 Gears. Thanks. There's a lot of work gone into these details. Wow, it's taken for... We're not going to do that. Fuck it, we're not going to do that. We'll do that another time. But yeah, to reach 2k subscribers is amazing. I've not really been active on the channel for a year now. I think there were 7 months continuously where I didn't upload anything. And then I've uploaded a couple of videos in 2019, but nothing major. So to reach 2k subscribers is amazing. And I can't thank every single one of you enough. It's amazing. Nick is saying that he thinks I should stream a lot more. He's a YouTuber himself. Oh, Nick, what's your channel? We should go check it out. Definitely. Yeah, I think I'm going to be streaming a lot more. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my video on... What's it called? State of the Nation video I made in the start of the year. I was talking about losing my job, and I was talking about farming simulator and so on. So, if you haven't seen it, it's on my channel. But short of the matter is, I lost my job in the beginning of the year. So, I'm currently unemployed, which brings me to... It gives me an option to live stream a lot more. Now, I've been spending the last 4 months perfectioning the map. So I haven't really been doing a lot of videos. I made a couple of Courseplay tutorial videos, but as we started out talking about in the beginning of the stream, the Courseplay update is just... It's gone out of hand, hasn't it? It's just ridiculous now. So I don't really feel like making any videos for Courseplay. Once Courseplay is in a better state, I will make them. Oh, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna call you Becky. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But Becky, welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. Mr. 740 is saying the farm sim player community is way less toxic than others. I think it's because the games themselves are so chill to play. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It's a beautiful community. It really is. So yeah, I think coming back to having more time on my hand, I think I'm going to be live streaming a lot more. So one thing I have been thinking about live streaming. Some people like to live stream on Twitch. Some people like to live stream on YouTube. And me, specifically, I'm a YouTube kind of guy. I don't like Twitch. Not that that's wrong. I like Twitch. I watch Twitch streamers myself occasionally. But I don't like it for live streaming myself. I prefer YouTube. Partially because this is where my audience is. This is where my channel is. This is where people know me. And people following me on I almost got... Thanks. That was a stroke of luck. That was not intentional. I've got to be honest with you. That was just a stroke of luck. But yes, my audience is on YouTube and people know me on here, so might make sense. Okay, so 18 Gears is asking, when I say the course, let's say a plow course in field 1. Ah, well actually, 18 Gears, we can do that right now. We've just have a course here. No, I just deleted that. Shit. Let's say that. Let's do it here. So I have a course here where I am harvesting on field number 26. And currently this is just a temporary course. I haven't saved it. So if I go into my managed courses in here, why can't I do that? Well, first of all, let's just save the course. So I'm just going to call it Harvest 26, just so we know it. 36, wow! Holy crap! I need more beer. I think that's the issue. And Courseplay is taking forever now because I want to save that course. Oh, because that's a fucking big course. I should have thought about that. Right. And let's head on over to the next tractor, which is the transport course on 26. So let's just say that we have these two courses. It's not really plowing and transport, but let's just for the fun of it say that it is two different courses. So this is just transport 26. Here we go. So can I do it from here? Here we go. Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm not thinking straight. Right, so once you have the option to make folders, you make a folder and call it field 26. Let's say harvest. So we can put everything that has something to do with harvest into this folder. Field harvest. Yeah, that should be field 26 harvest. And we can make another folder called field 26 field work. So if I want my transport course in my fieldwork container, I simply click this icon here. You can see down, if you notice down here underneath where it said no course loaded, you can see that I have an option to move to folder. So I can move my transport file or my transport course into the harvest folder now. And I can take my harvest folder and move that into fieldwork. It's just to illustrate that you can move them into different folders. So this is the way you want to do it. You can also take it from here and you can say, wow, I really screwed up there because that should be in the fieldwork instead. So, well, let's place it in the fieldwork. So this is where you manage your courses. I hope that answered your question. Nick is saying he uses OBS. Actually, I'm using OBS as well. It's a pretty good program. Right. We are done harvesting on this field, I believe. Yes, we are. So we can start this tractor up and start seeding some clover. Another thing I actually like what they've done to Courseplay is that only the option that is right for the implement is shown. So I can't actually go into field work for this one because this is fertilizer and seeding. That's a pretty neat option actually. I like that. So they are doing something good, definitely. Longer stitch, working with 9 meter, and head and passes. We're gonna go for 4. Yeah, OBS is a free program. That's right, Mr. 740. You can also move folders into folders. I remember I did a live stream in 17 where I did that, and that completely screwed me over. Not because I did something wrong, I was just not ready for it. I confused myself. Start at first waypoint. So that should be fine, and we have a tractor. This one, stop driver, and turn off the engine. What's going on here? Sometimes I don't know what's going on with Courseplay. You can cheat it still and make Courseplay seed at 50 kilometers. How do I do that? That might be for the sake of the stream. That might be a good idea. So I'm just gonna stop him here. Wow. Even I can hit the offset here. Right. There we go. So we're gonna be stopping this guy. I just wanted you to see the hops. There we go. So we can take these back to the farm. So you can see the texture of the hops as well. Is the stream suffering a lot from these, from the hops? Is it really bad? Lagging? Hopefully it's okay. Right, let's take them back to the farm. I was actually planning on putting them into the center depot, but screw it. We're going back to the farm. So you guys can see the hops. Wow. It's a pretty heavy load we've got here. Oh shit, I'm struggling to stop this vehicle again. So 39,200 liters of hops should go straight to the brewery. Generate course, lower and turn on seeder, set it off in transport mode. It will not lift or slow down, but makes long fuel passes a lot faster. Oh, Mr. 740, that's cheating, but I like it. I like it. That is going to come in handy. I had no idea you could do that. No idea. That's going to come in handy as we've seen the fields on this map is huge. They're really, really big. So that might come in really handy actually. This tractor is not powerful enough. It's struggling to pull this this load. It's struggling a lot. Holy shit! Oh my god. Well. So let's get the Clover on the way, and once we're done with that, I'm just going to show you what the map looks like when you sell all the buildings. That's the equivalent of starting in farm manager mode. once we're done with the Clover. Don't drink and drive, you might spill something. It's a good cheat. It's a really good cheat. I had no idea. Why did I know? I did not know that. That's pretty cool. You see, me being who I am, I would probably just report it to the developers. Oh, this is a bug. You need to fix this. I can imagine, Mr. 740. I can imagine. It would be struggling on a regular shaped field, wouldn't it? I mean, fields that has like really, really sharp corners. So let's have a look at the texture here, because this is something that I worked on quite a lot, but it might be that I'm screwing up the stream now. Looks pretty good. It looks like hops, I think. Alright, well, he's done. Okay, so let's test out this thing here. Now, that's a Christmas song. It's not a bug, it's a handy glitch. I agree. If only I can make that work, that would be awesome. This is one of the things that I really, really, really hate, that I don't know how to script. Would love to make that work. I would love to have two of them. One showing standard crops, and one showing added crops. That would be pretty flipping cool. Why are we listening to Christmas music? Screw it, we're just gonna do it. It's Christmas time anyway, isn't it? Alright, so let's stop him. So turn on the seeder, lower it, and in transport mode from, there we go. There we go. We're off. We're not seating. Shit. Um, 18 Gears Gaming, will you put out the map for us to play? I definitely will. 100% I will. And once the map is out, I'm also going to make a small disclaimer. I might as well say that straight away. If you want to modify the map and upload it using your name, go ahead, do it. I don't care. If you want to use stuff from my map and use it in your own map and modify it and upload it, go ahead, do it. I don't own anything of this map. This map is not mine. It's the property of Giants. As soon as I upload it, Giants owns the right to it. And I think that's the way it should be. Mondo is saying because it messes up so often, I just use it for carding while I use the harvester. Yeah, that might be a good idea actually. Didn't seem to work here. It's a bit of a shame. Right. Looks like he is determined not to do this now. Shit! Messed up. What did I do? What did I do? Did I turn it off? I fucking turned it off. Alright, here we go. Best reversing of all time. Where the hell is he going now? Stop driver, please. And could we get you over here? There we go. And can you drive turned on. It's lowered. We're in transport mode. Drive from next closest waypoint. That should be that one. Drive. No, he's determined to go on the inside. Oh, screw it. Go for it. At least he's seating now. Save the course, remove it, and load it. Yeah, that might be a way of doing it. We'll see how many horsepower this tractor is powerful enough to do it. Johnny Muller says Christmas 24/7. Yeah, yeah. We don't care. It's summer. Doesn't matter. It's the 1st of June. It's Christmas time. Like it. I don't think they fixed it. I think it was just me being a douchebag, really, an idiot. That wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. He's definitely seeding. I see the fertilizer count and seed count going down, so it seems to be working as it should. Well, not as it should. I should have described it. But yes, the map will come out for all of you guys to fool around with. And if you wanna reuse some buildings of the map, if you think the cow zone is the best cow zone in the world and you want it in your map, go ahead, take it. I don't care. I don't need credit for it. I don't need you guys to pay respect or whatever to me. I don't really care. I see a lot of modders out there saying that, oh, you can't upload this to any other site, or if you use something from my map, you have to give me the deed of your house and stuff like that. It's not the way open source modding works. It's not the way that you build up a modding community. If you make a mod, you've got to understand that you don't own the right to the mod. Giants do. It's right. You are the creator of the mod. That's true. And you can determine where you upload it. But if you actually take a look at the terms of service for Farming Simulator 19, I did, because I was kind of curious about this. So I actually read through the terms of service like a flippin' idiot. I am seeding wheat. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. First waypoint. Let's get some Clover. Well spotted. Well spotted. Thanks. This is a disaster. The tractor is not really powerful enough to pull it at full speed as well. But yeah, as I was talking about this, who owns the right for the mod? Giants do, no matter what. Now Giants has, as a disclaimer, said that they're not going to go into disputes about mods. So I'm just going to say straight away, if you want to use something from this map, go for it. You don't need my permission, you don't need to ask. I don't need to be mentioned in anything. It's up to you. Right, first waypoint. Turn on the seeder. Lower the seeder. Transport course. Drive. Continue. Is it working? Are we seating? We're not seating. Stop, driver. Shit. Alright, we're going to start from here. We're seating and drive course. Guys, I'm sorry. You must be ripping your hair out. I was about to say something else, but yeah, it's terrible. Alright, we're gonna go for a bigger tractor. This is rubbish with this one. Bigger tractor. Let's take the Fendt. Let's get some power to it. Right, here we go. Here we go. Mondo is saying Courseplay will restart from the next waypoint after you stop it. Which could be halfway down the field. Yeah, you're right. I screwed up. I screwed up immensely. Mr. 740, if I ever stream from this map, I will put Datalon's Eiersholt in the description for sure. Ah, thanks, dude. Thanks. I like that. Thanks. I have now I became aware of this issue with mods, and not issue. It's perfectly fine, but I became aware of it, and obviously I'm proud of my work. No doubt about that. So I have put Datalon in some of the things, like you saw on the television screen in the house. It's one of my videos that is put on the screen there. You saw on the dealership, Datalon was on the picture as well. But I'm not really fussed about it. It's, if you wanna use the map and change something and call it your own, go for it. Go for it. We spent a good part of what, 20 minutes screwing up there because I was an idiot. Steko is saying, why do you put it on transport option? Hang on a second, I just need to focus on driving here because, as you all know, I'm perfect at that. And not seeding and fertilizing option. Well, we're testing out a hack, a creative use of game mechanics. Should we call it that? Just creative use of game mechanics. Mr. 740 pointed out that you could actually seed at a much higher speed, and I was just thinking to myself, well, in order to make the stream not last until 4 in the night, that might be a good idea. So apparently, if I can get this right, we can now do this a lot faster. All right. Steko is saying, same here, you get all the credits on my screen. Oh, thanks, dude. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really, like, honestly, I appreciate it. I definitely do, but honestly, it's not necessary. Right. Let's generate the course again. Starting direction, longest edge, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Nick is in need of a Monster energy drink. I can definitely feel you there. Right. So if we go in here and we say next closest waypoint, and we put it into transport mode, we start the seeder and we lower it and drive course. That should work, I think. Maybe. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's working. We're fertilizing and seeding clover. And now let's plant some weeds. Let's plant some weeds. The weeds are terrible in this game, aren't they? I mean, it's a pretty cool addition, but wow, they really do screw up things. Keep in mind you have to babysit it a bit and fiddle around with the continuing waypoint settings if you have to stop for some reason. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, lower the seeder. You know what? I can't believe how stupid I can be sometimes. I don't know. I guess I miss small things like that. I just miss them because I'm just focused on this have to be perfect. It's not perfect at all. Are we still listening to Christmas music? Should that be a thing on the streams? No matter what time of the year it is, we're listening to Christmas music. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so we're coming up to evening. Ah, I didn't even notice that. Nick is saying that when he gets a stream, he's going to spend the entire night along with his brother and his cousins to play GTA 5. Sounds like a good plan. GTA 5 is cool. It's a fun game. This is not the intended use for transport mode, as you probably know. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But it's a good use of it. Creative use of game mechanics. That's what I want to call it. And if it doesn't work, we're just going to blame Blizzard, aren't we? It's probably Blizzard's fault anyway. But yeah, let's have a look at the lighting as the night is approaching now. I changed the lighting settings. Just slight. Just really, really slight. So the evening should be visually a lot more beautiful. I forgot we had flight mode on, so we can actually just view it from here. We have smooth jazz. How nice is that? Oh, you're ranked 21 in GTA 5. I can't remember what rank I am. I don't think I'm that high, actually. I think I'm like 7 or something. So if we notice a couple of things about this map. It's working, by the way, Mr. 740. He's seeding like he's never seeded before. Blame Blizzard. Yeah, now you have me confused for once. Yeah, it's just... I remember back when playing World of Warcraft, everything was Blizzard's fault. I played it in Vanilla and the Burning Crusade. And we have that issue with logging onto servers that you could pretty much all of the time you had a queue for logging onto the servers. And everyone was blaming Blizzard for being bad at what they were doing. And it just became a meme, really. Kind of like, oh, it's always Blizzard. It's just stupid Blizzard. So it's kind of taking that along with me into every other game now. Doesn't matter what's wrong. It's always Blizzard's fault at some point. But this is working out fine. So yeah, the lighting is a little bit different than it is in the standard map. Not much. It's not a lot. It's just a subtle change of lighting. But it looks pretty good. Lunch jazz. That was what they called it many years ago. You might be right, Jenny. I actually think I remember that expression, lunch jazz. Yeah. Nick is playing GTA the most of the time. GTA is a cool game. I like it. It's such a fun game. I'm curious to see what they're going to do in GTA 6. So when I was talking about changing the lighting, I was obviously talking about the ambient light, not the lighting on the machinery. This is the fastest I've ever seeded a field. Even in comparison to using multiple seeders. They have re-released the old games, you know. I have them on my other laptop. Yeah, I cancelled my my WoW subscription a couple of months into BFA because I was so disappointed. I became a very grumpy old man, kind of like, oh, if you can't get this right, I'm not gonna pay you money. But I'm thinking, once the classic is out, I might go ahead and play it again. I really miss what World of Warcraft was, but I think I'm probably missing the memories. You know, I don't think it's the game itself. It's probably the memories of the community and the people you knew back then. It's a long time ago. It's 15 years. Can you believe it? Right. Well, it's suiting that he's seeding in the middle of the night, so we can actually skip the night and get to daylight, and we can watch this grow in daytime. But it's going really well. It's a good hack. This music. So do you have all the expansions for World of Warcraft, Mr. 740? You played Battle for Azeroth as well? What do you think of it? If you haven't, of course. This music. It's amazing. I'm curious, is he still seeding? Duke, do you still play FS17? I don't. I've been spending so much time making this map. I hardly ever play FS19 as well. Fun thing is, I have a lot of hours spent in Farming Simulator 19, but all of them are spent testing out this map. If I'm honest, I'm pretty disappointed with Farming Simulator 19. Oh shit, he's crashed into something. Right, there we go. So yeah, I hardly play anything really. It's just all my time is spent on making map. So let's just have a look. It would be around here. There we go. Turn on and lower and drive course. No, stop driver. There we go. He should be seating now. Yeah, there we go. Only got more, I think. Me and my mates. Oh, okay, yeah. This is not going so well. I've got to be honest. Although fast, there's a lot of nurturing going on here. Are we might want to go into this one here now and just let him run away like this. There we go. GTA 7 or GTA 8? Have they been confirmed, GTA 7 or 8? I've heard rumors about GTA 6. I'm not sure about 7 or 8. Yeah, I know how you feel. FS19 feels so rushed. I think it definitely does. One of the things that I'm most disappointed about is that it feels like a half-finished game. Like they've had their mind on something else. Oh, deactivate turn on fuel should work. Oh, you're right. You're right. I might try that. Like I was having this idea of the placeables, and then you could buy the placeables, and once you owned the land, you had access to the placeables as well. And that was apparently too complicated. Now that is not a complicated. Excuse me, but that is not a complicated script. Turn on field. There we go. That really doesn't seem like a complicated script at all to make. It's a matter of coding, and they have so many people there coding. Did I not pick the right? For fuck's sake, sorry, I shouldn't be cursing. This is a family-friendly stream. Alright, here we go. No, why would we? God damn it. Okay, go for it. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Alright, so GTA 7 and 8 hasn't been confirmed yet. That's true. It's really rushed. It is. It feels so rushed, and it feels like most of their focus has been on this farming simulator leak that they're introducing. Nah, it doesn't work. I'm sorry, Mr. 740. It doesn't work. We're going to be going into the regular mode. It was a good idea, though. I really liked the idea. Yeah, it feels like focus has been on that farming simulator mode, league, and we just got an addition to farming simulator 17. It just feels like a DLC for 17, doesn't it? It might just be me. It might just be because I'm a grumpy old man, but there are so many things that just feels not done or rushed or incomplete or. I'm going to give you an example in a little bit. He's going to run out of seeds pretty soon, so we're not going to be seeding the entire field, we're just going to be seeding some of it. But I want to show you guys something in a little bit once he's done here, once we've seen Clover. It's about bales. Cattle and crops, yeah, Dookie, you're absolutely right. Cattle and crops are miles ahead on simulation and physics. But cattle and crops is miles behind on playability in my mind. Johnny is saying it seems like they're looking at the next game. Yeah, it does. It feels a little bit like we're not getting in 17 what we actually 19 what we actually wanted. We can only hope that that it's gonna get better. This game mechanics clear. You're probably right. I'm gonna have to test it out on square fields. It's a really good glitch. I like it. But what I wanted to show you, one of the points I'm making here is they haven't had focus on this game. They haven't had focus on completing this game. And specifically, I'm talking about for modding. Modding for 19 is a nightmare. And I've seen a lot of the big modders out there talking about this, that they're not going to be modding for 19 because it's first of all, it's difficult. It's day and night compared to 17, and the fundamental changes that Giants has made to the engine is making it pretty much impossible to know what you're doing. We can see how long it's taken for the season mod to be completed, and these guys work at Giants. I mean, come on. But one thing that really pisses me off about this is I'm putting in additional fruit types in this map. I've put in alfalfa and clover. And if we're just going to stick to those two, because those two are similar type of fruits, they work similar ways, and the texture and the scripts for using them is pretty much the same. And I make bales for alfalfa, so you can actually bale alfalfa on this map, and you will get a custom bale with alfalfa texture. But, and I'll be showing you that in a second, I can't release that with the map. I can't do that because the path for the custom texture for the alfalfa bale has to be the specific path. So you have to have the full path, including C:\\/ username and so on, for the mod folder where that specific texture for the bale is. So on all other things where you're pointing to a specific file, you can use /map and then the texture or the location of the texture, but for Baleson specifically, there's a bug, so it needs the entire path of the texture. And I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that any of you guys has a computer where you have your username Datalon, as I do. If you do, that's pretty fucking weird. if you don't, well, you can't use that specific path that I've made for that texture. It's rubbish. And this has been a known bug ever since the game was released. And we run patch 1.3 now and it's still not patched. That's just rubbish. That's a waste of our time. Sorry, it is. I'm done rambling here. Nick has farted on his room. He apparently is very gassy. Is that the Monster Energy drink? Right. He's just about done here. Well, he's just about run out of seed. But we've got a good portion of the field ready now. So we just need the time to speed up. So I'm just going to speed up time once he's done here. It might be growing during the night. We don't want that, do we? So hang on a second. Plant grow, we're going to slow that. We're going to turn it off until it's daytime so we can actually watch this grow in daytime. And we're going to speed up the time so we can get over the night. You can, Stako, you can. I will make a description or a tutorial on how to do it, because it's one of the things that obviously should be a part of the map. So you can change that in your own XML file, but it just means that you have to unpack the map and make these changes. For most of you guys, that's not an issue, but for some, it's impossible, and I respect that. But it's a shame, isn't it? It's just a shame that these things are not done. They should be. What's happened to the music? Is that because we were playing Christmas? Have we been censored? We're playing Christmas music in the summer and we've been censored. There's about 6 maps out there that have done what you were talking about, where if you do not own the field, you do not have access to the building on that field. Mondo, could you point me to one of those maps? Because that's one of the things that I'm struggling terribly with. I think it's my issue has been that I have like the sheep farm as one of the farms that I want to have as that, but that's an animal pen, and I think the animal pen lure is prohibiting us from doing that. I don't know, but if you could point me to one of those maps, that would be really cool. I would definitely have a look at it. I would really appreciate that, actually. Right. There was one released last Friday. I'm gonna have to have a look into that. Why couldn't we, oh Jesus, why can't we just have it as it was in 17? It was so easy in 17. I suppose everything is easy if you know how to do it. And if it works. I just don't know how to do it. Have we lost the music? I think we have, actually. Hang on a second, I'm just going to tab out. You guys will still see the stream or the game, but probably without sound for a second. Just a second. Just going to tab out. We've got no music. Oh my god, no music. Oh shit. We're skipping a ton of frames now. That's terrible. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the stream is dying. I'm sorry. Alright, should be over now. Yeah, no worries, Mondo. I really, really, really appreciate it if you can find that map, one of the maps for me. That would be pretty cool. So we're back in the game, and we got music. Yeah, but that was weird. The music kind of stopped. It must have been censored because of the Christmas music. So he's got 15 seed left. Go for it, my friend. Should be suited with morning time. Yeah, sorry, Duca. It was right. It was my bad. All right, he's done. So this is what we have from Clover for now. Let's get into the cap view. Wow, it's dark. On the Hofbergman map. So basically, it's just because I'm an idiot. That's what you're telling me now. Nah, I get it. It's difficult figuring out what is going on there. It's really tricky to get your head around this new. Can you turn up the music? Yeah, I can. I can. You like it? You like that music? I can, definitely. I'm gonna have to tab out again, so you're probably gonna lag a little bit. It's just really chilled music. It's just so cool. Alright, we are in daytime. Let's speed it down a little bit. Oh, this is so beautiful. Wow, I love it. And let's set the plant growth to fast. Thank you, Mr. 740, for hanging out with us. That was really, really cool. I like that. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more of each other. That sounded wrong. You know what I mean. Let's speed up time again. And get some clover growing here. So don't die. Yeah, don't die. That's a good advice. Don't die. Nick is saying it's the hot dogs that is making him feel gassy. Well, let it all out, Nick. So, come on, grow. We just want to make the clover grow, and once that's done, we're gonna mow it, and I think that would be just about it. Do you have weed off? No, I actually don't. Yeah, Tony, you can post a link. I don't think I have any restrictions on the chat. Message me with your Discord. We'll test the map on multiplayer. Thanks, Mr. 740. I will. I'll definitely keep it in mind. That's nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. One thing we have to admit, though, is the lighting in FS19 is superb compared to the shitty FS17. You're right. It's like miles beyond better. It's so good. And the shaders they used, it's amazing. Some of the shaders for dirt on buildings as well. It's amazing. It looks good. Definitely looks good. Well, the wheat is growing. That's good. Nick is actually starting to think that he might have been eating a rotten egg. That's bad, dude. That's bad. You might want to take something for that. Hang on. Right, turn off the wheat. Plant grow is fast plant bearing. Sun. Why is it taking so long for this to grow? Wow, it's like watching paint dry, isn't it? We're just waiting for something to grow. Well, the wheat is growing. That's something. Are we actually seeing anything here? No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. So, any of you guys making your own maps out there? Any of you following along that are just that are making your own things? I'm curious to how other map makers are finding this placeable system. I really had to get my head around it in the beginning. Oh, here we go. Clover is growing. So this is the texture. Wow. This is the texture that I made for Clover. This is the early stage of growing. Early stage where you can actually see it. I hope the stream is okay with this. If I'm dropping frames, let me know. I have enabled it again, Nick. Thanks, Duka. Thanks. Stego, you're changing a map? What are you changing about it? Anything specific? Or you're just moving stuff around and painting stuff here and there? Or are you trying to put in something specific? Thanks, Duka. Duka, you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, haven't you? I remember your name from way back. You've been there pretty much since the beginning, I think. It's pretty impressive. How do you keep up with me? Keep up. That sounded wrong. Hof Bergman, location lsfarmingmods.com. And that has. So on that map, the buildings are there, and the function of the building is there, but you don't get access to it unless you own the land that the building is on. If you are in, let's say, farm manager mode. If that's the case, I am gonna steal. Well, stealing sounds wrong, doesn't it? Thanks, Nick. I'll definitely add you on Discord. As I was talking about earlier, I need to do a couple of things on my Discord. It's not up and running right now, but it will be pretty soon. So this is the second state of the Clover. It looks pretty good. Oh, Stego, thanks. Stream is perfect. That's good to hear. I was playing around with the distant texture for Clover as well. So you can see the distant texture is where you can see that out in the distance. It looks different. That's a different texture it loads based upon how far away from the person you're looking. So I was playing around with different distance texture. I think I got it pretty close to right. Yeah, I remember your name, Duke. I do. I definitely do. You've been there a long time. That's really cool. I like that. Wow. Are we why does it take so long for this to grow? Holy shit. Am I just really impatient? Well, looks like we're gonna skip another night. Oh, I have a sleep trigger. You have people looking out after your Discord. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm envying you there. I'm jealous. I want that as well. Actually, I do. I have a friend of mine set up my Discord, but it's a long time ago, and we haven't really been looking into it lately. It's a long time ago that we set that up. Right. So this is growing. There's only one more stage, which is the finished stage. So we're just gonna go to the farmhouse and sleep. Sleep. What time is it? It's 21, so we want to be sleeping for 9 hours? 10 hours? 9 hours? Yeah. What the? Why can't I sleep now? There we go. Whoa, shit. Where's the camera? There should be a sleep camera as well. I put that in. I swear to God, I put that in. Oh, screw it. So the Clover should be finished now. So this is the finished texture of the Clover. It's a 2D texture. It looks terrible, but you don't really see it once you get up here. I am staff and in a VTCC, and the rest of the staff helps. That's pretty cool, Stecco. That's pretty cool. I definitely like that. All right, let's get a mover up here. How much money do we have? Minus 16,000. Wow, how did we get into the minus? Okay, we're just gonna get a couple of stuff here pretty fast. Let's get the here we go. There we go. The map also has factories for pig food, TMR, etc. No, Duca, it will not. It will stay Clover, and well, it will turn into Clover Windrow when you mow it. Mondo, I was looking at these factory scripts that are out right now. They're pretty good, but they have issues with multiplayer. If I'm not mistaken, I think someone was mentioning that the code that were being written for these mods were not was putting all the work onto the client. So the how to say that, all the work was being handled by the client. So there was a lot of unnecessary traffic going on, a lot of latency being caused by the mod. So I prefer to wait for the Global Factory. The Global Factory mod will come out with the mods contest for 19, which is in about a month time. So within a month we will have the Global Factory that has been written by employees of Giants. So I'm pretty sure that the code that they use are optimized for multiplayer. I'm pretty sure. I don't know this as a fact. I just read it somewhere that the script used for those factories right now is making multiplayer pretty much impossible. I could be spreading rumors right now, actually. I don't know. But do can know when we are mowing it, it becomes Clover Windrow. The same with Lucerne, Alfalfa, becomes Alfalfa Windrow. Alfalfa you can even TED, so you can have dry alfalfa as well, the same as hay, really. And if I know how to do it, I'll add it in so you can use it as hay for the cows. Maybe. That might be a part of the season mod, actually. Who knows? So, I need a teleportation mod. I need to be able to teleport the equipment to where I want to go. Right. Yeah. Driving in Farming Simulator 19. So have I told you that I'm actually thinking about applying for online sim racing? Because I'm that good at driving? Shit, I'm not showing it best here. Currently you can't feed it to the animals. Currently. But if you take Clover and you put it into the silo pit, it will be converted in the silo pit to chaff. So the idea about this is that it is actually just a replacement for chaff or grass. This is probably killing the stream right now. It is. Oh shit. Alright, I think it was... If I go up here, I might be better off. It's the particle effect that is killing the stream. So we're just gonna do a bit of a quick one here without killing the stream too much. They better change the physics of the pallet so they don't fly over the mats. Yeah. Is it as bad in 19 as it was in 17? I haven't played around with it, so I don't really know. Let's have a look at how this actually looks. So, the swath is mimicking that this is Clover. So I actually made custom textures for this. Now you can't bale this yet. I will be making it possible for this to be baled. But this is how it looks. It's pretty cool. And it regrows. Just like grass and just like alfalfa. It regrows, so you don't have to seed it again. You will of course need to spread lime on it. And if crop rotation is going to be a part of season mod, this will be part of the crop rotation. But it looks pretty good. I actually like it a lot. Took a long time to make this custom texture. Right, guys, I think this is as far as I'm gonna go for today. We've been live streaming for 3 hours now. And this was just a pretty quick, let's see where we are with the map. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. It was fun hanging out with you guys again. We need to do this a lot more. Definitely. I don't play multiplayer, just single player, so it wouldn't affect me. And there is multiplayer streams upload that I have watched. Doesn't seem to affect their operation. Okay, well, that's good to hear, Mando. That's actually good to hear. I'll have a look at it. But I think I might want to stick to the global company. Sometimes glued to the pallet, folks. Oh, that just sounds amazing, doesn't it? The physics in games. Oh, it's just about to rain. Should we just have a look at the rain effect? So rare. Apparently, rain in Farming Simulator 19 is one of the rarest things. We're gonna end it with the rain, so it really was fun playing with you guys. It was a blast, and I'm gonna have a look at the map, Mondo, and I'm gonna take a look at these startup scripts, how to make that work. If I can make that work, I'll definitely do that, because that would be a better thing. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for coming here. That was really, really cool. And it's raining. That's right. I changed the sound file for the rain, so it sounds a little bit better. And I just found out the other day that they did that in the season mod as well, so that was for nothing that I did it, but so far it's working. And it will work without the season mod as well. Anyway, guys, it's been such a fun time playing with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Thank you all for watching. If you came into the stream late and you want to watch it from the beginning, it will be available on YouTube. I think it actually already is available. I don't have to re-upload it or anything. I'll try to stream a lot more in the future, because I don't have a job. I'm just one of those unemployed bastards that can spend the day doing nothing. Sorry that came out so wrong. Thank you all, and Jokje, thank you. Sentak, it's been fun. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. And now I need to figure out how the hell I end this stream. Anyway, see you guys. Bye. That's awkward. That's awkward. I'm really gonna end it now. Seriously, I'm gonna end it now. See you all next time. Bye.